Well, welcome to the Hall of Fame show right here with Bruce Commander Garrett coming from beautiful Hollywood, California on this gorgeous day. And we're really excited because the weekend is going to be bringing a lot of excitement. And all of you racing fans, boy, we are so excited to be a part of something so special. Before we get ready to talk to our special guest, Ryan Sage, listen, Joanne, you was out at the media event. What was that like? And tell everybody what's going down in Long Beach.
Well, you have the Formula Drift events. The season is being kicked off this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday. It's very exciting. There's a lot of energy down there, and drifting is a really interesting event. You know, it's not the traditional around the track, lap, lap, lap. Everything is combined in this certain area, and there's just so much explosive energy. Basically, they go through the corners and they drift.
I know it.
Like they go, those tires are spinning forward and backward, and the smoke is going. You hear the tires squealing. It's pretty exciting.
Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful guest, and you see him right there on our screen. Hello there, Ryan Sage. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, we're more than excited to have you on the World Center Broadcast Media, WCOBM, here in Hollywood, California.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us, what are you looking to expect on this weekend here in Long Beach?
Well, our event in Long Beach is the kickoff for our 2017 season, has been for about the past 10 years or so. And basically, it's one event in 8 that we do around the country in Canada.
Yes.
And so it's a unique facility because it takes part at the place where the Long Beach Grand Prix actually takes part in as well. The Long Beach Grand Prix is the following weekend. Our event is the kickoff to race week, and we have our own individual event there in an area called Turns 9, 10, and 11 Complex, which is basically an area where we can do all the things we need to do that are specific to drifting. So we've got 20,000 screaming fans. It's a sold-out show, and it's really exciting to be in downtown Long Beach.
You know, fans and our viewers out there watching WCOBM Hollywood, Joanne, tell us a little bit about what we're about to see so they can visualize what and Ryan and I are talking about.
Okay, we went down yesterday for Media Day. We got a chance to talk to some of the drivers and some really great guys out there. And we talked to them about some of their strategy, some of the cars that they have. You got to see the sounds and feel kind of the rumble. The one thing that I thought was really exciting is as the car was coming around the corner, you could hear them. And then you're just like, okay, they're coming, the anticipation, and then here they come screaming around the corner. And it was just amazing. So we get to capture some of that. So we can take a look at that whenever you're ready.
We're ready right now. Those out there, watch what's happening this weekend in beautiful Long Beach, California.
Drifting is essentially the art of controlling a car that's out of control.
We slide every single corner, meaning we drive sideways through every single corner. And it's a very technical sport. So if you like road racing, rally cars, even drag racing, there's elements of all of it in drifting.
Based in Hawthorne, California, 31-year-old Frederick Osbo is no stranger when it comes to standing on the Formula Drift podium. He is the 2015 Formula Drift champion, finishing in second place last season.
I've been drifting for 12 years now, and I hail from Norway, Northern Europe, where I grew up on the snowy mountain roads. And, you know, you almost had to drift cars in the snow to even get by or survive. And, you know, the progression from there to here has been quite natural.
Freddie had a chance to test out his new car on the streets of downtown Long Beach.
I like it a lot. So this Rockstar Energy Next entire Toyota Corolla IM is really unique because it's the first 5-door hatchback in professional drifting. And it looks like a rally car. It looks like a grocery getter, but it is the most fun car I've ever been in. Proved to be pretty competitive right out of the box, but we're going to have a hell of a battle here in Long Beach this weekend.
Dozens of drivers will kick off the Formula Drift Series this weekend, March 31st and April 1st.
Here, we're downtown. Everything's kind of clustered together. The vendor midway is packed. There's tons of companies here. Obviously, all the teams are here, and we're kind of jam-packed together. So race day Saturday, 15,000 people are going to be here live watching all the action on track.
Fight like whales. Here we go. We are ready to see our finals. There you have it.
Well, I feel that we've proven that we are still a championship contending team, and like I've said before, if you're going to come to Formula Drift, you should bring a championship level program. And I know that that's difficult for many to do, but you know, you at least have to have the drive and the push and the passion to run as a championship driver. And you know, everyone out here is capable of that, and it's just about having the right focus, having the right confidence to go out there and just throw it down every single lap. And I feel that we continue to show that, and once again just carry it into next year.
I mean, it's round one of a new season. You know, the crowd is pumped, the drivers are all amped up, and this is the event where it really sets the tone for the rest of the season. So finishing off strong here and just carrying that really good vibe, feel, and mentality is going to be one of my top priorities.
You know, every year we say this, but this is going to be the craziest year of Formula Drift. The progression, everybody's been wrenching on their car, you know, in the off season, trying to make it better, trying to get that advantage. You know, there's a lot of heavy hitters in this series, and you know, we all meet for the first time every year here in Long Beach, and everyone just throws down.
First round, a lot of teams are still kind of developing their cars. So if you're ahead of that curve and you're super consistent, I think that's the key to winning out here.
Well done, Freddie. Good lead run. He was quite close actually on the chase.
It was like champion after champion, all these amazing drivers just like somehow wiping them out. I have no idea. Driving my heart out, doing the best I can, and it just feels great to be up here, man.
And of course, welcome back, everybody. Ryan, I would like to go right to it. You know, we see the drifting. That's this sport. How fast are these drivers driving?
Well, it really depends on the track. You know, a lot of the tracks really start off with a high-speed entry, or what we call an initiation, and then as they're driving through the course, there's oftentimes areas where there's a deceleration and then an acceleration. But, you know, it's not uncommon for them to go, you know, over 100 miles per hour, you know, on an initiation and then enter the course. The interesting thing about the Long Beach track in particular is that it's one of the only courses that we have that's surrounded by concrete walls, so there's very little room for air.
Wow!
And it's one of the events that makes it a big challenge for drivers, because it's the beginning of the season, and if you crumple your vehicle into the wall the very first event, you've got a lot of work to do for round two. So it presents a huge challenge for a lot of drivers, but it's also one of the things that makes it so exciting.
Fantastic. And you know, I asked earlier about just a brief history of this whole new sports. It's got a history that it's expanded internationally as well as here in the U.S. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, the sport originally was kind of more or less formalized in Japan probably about 20-some-odd years ago. It was kind of an underground motorsport. It was what a lot of road racers were kind of doing as they would go around a corner and lose traction. The Japanese thought it would be a fun idea to, you know, try to make that an actual sport. They were doing it in the mountain hills and roads and different things like that as kind of a fun activity. And then somebody got the idea to basically make it a competition. And so at its beginning stages, as the sport evolved, it became more popular to kind of like the underground culture. And then in 2000 2003 and 2004, my partner and I kind of had the opportunity to bring an event here to the U.S. from Japan, and that was kind of the kickoff point. People here were really excited about it, especially kids. It's a huge millennial audience.
Yes.
We came up with a set of judging criteria and ways to actually make it a legitimate motorsport, and that's what we've been developing over the past 14 years. I mean, what makes drifting unique from other motorsports is the fact that it's not about how fast you get from point A to point B. You know,
Yeah.
speed is a factor, but it's not the factor as it is in traditional motorsports. This is a judged motorsport, so it's more like freestyle motocross or skateboarding or snowboarding than it is to actual racing.
It's all about the finesse.
It is. Listen, we want to thank you so much. Those of you watching WCOBM Hollywood, the World Center Broadcast Media, this weekend, 2 big days. Friday, March 31st, and Saturday, April 1st, it's going to be. Ryan Sage, would you like to share the last word with us? What would you like to say?
Yeah, come out and join us. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's always a sold-out show. If you've never seen drifting before, it's certainly a great opportunity to do it in downtown Long Beach at a beautiful venue to see some of the world's best put it on the line.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you, Joanne. Fantastic job. I'm sure you had a great time out there. I know
I
you're looking
did.
forward to this weekend.
I am.
Tell everybody, of course, everybody. And myself, thank Kim Westlake, the agency, for putting this all together, and all the wonderful people. And we would be remiss if we don't mention our WCOBM World Center Broadcast Media. Happy birthday to Gene Wood. Celebrated his birthday this month
Happy
officially.
birthday.
And, of course, he's a 3-time world champion
Exactly.
himself. So all of them will be out there. Thank you so much. This is Bruce Commander Garrett right here on the Hall of Fame.